In this video, we're going to look at 7 of the greatest trades of all time. Stay tuned. Hey traders, a very warm welcome to you. So 7 of the greatest trades of all time, a quick look at them. If you wanted me to go in more depth with each one of these ones, let me know in the comment section below which one you want to look at, and we'll look at it in more depth in another video. Okay, the first one is my short from, nah, just kidding. The first one is John Paulson, Subprime Crisis. He absolutely nailed that one. We all know about the subprime crisis, massive debt bubble, horrible loans to people who had no jobs, ninja loans, no income, no job, no asset, they called them. Massive loans. They're even doing loans where they were giving them the principal and they were allowing them to pay off a little bit of the interest, but then putting the sum of the interest they weren't paying off on top of the loan, because house prices would always go up. Wow. Anyway, we'll look back on that and we think that was a massive one. That's what the Big Short was all about anyway. John Paulson, subprime crisis, he nailed a very cool 15 billion from that trade. Obviously we don't know exactly how much, but that's pretty much based on his reporting of what he made, which is a serious amount of cash. It'd be interesting to know how much he kind of held on to that for, and the kind of the mechanics of that trade a little bit. Yeah, that's quite a good one. All right, number 2, George Soros shorting the pound. We all know about that when he broke the Bank of England. There was a big thing about them coming out of the European exchange rate mechanism. And he basically knew that they had to come out, and he was shorting it. And there was this joke about, oh yeah, that's exactly the amount of position I was going to take, and they were going to prop it up with this amount. And he basically broke the Bank of England. We can go into it in more depth at some point if you like that kind of stuff. Anyway, he shorted the pound. He made 1 billion off it, which back then was a massive amount of money. All right, Tudor Jones, one of our favourites over here on the channel. He correctly predicted the short Black Monday trade. I don't know how he got onto it. He must have been just positioned nicely. He's just got a knack for kind of feeling the vibe of the tape, feeling what's going on. He was positioned aggressively short. 1987, bang, came out. He made himself a cool 100 million during that time. Now, whether that was that specific day or whether that was over the period, I don't know. We'll have to drill into that a little bit more detail. Let me know which one you think is the best one we want to look at. But anyway, nevertheless, $100 million, not bad for short. So we've got a lot of shorts here, haven't we? Shorting the pound, shorting the mortgage subprimes, shorting Black Monday. What else we got? Aha, another short. Jim Chanos, of course, Enron, recognized the accounts were dodgy as anything. Shorted the stock, I believe he shorted the stock, or got it some sort of short exposure. Some were buying put options, not quite sure. I didn't see how much he made from that, but he nailed it, spot on. And he's got a few others under his belt as well. He's got a knack for spotting companies that aren't doing things quite as well as they should be. Anyway, number 5, Andrew Hall, he's from Citigroup. He correctly predicted oil would go from $30 a barrel to $100 a barrel. That's not major, you may think, but he structured it in a way. I was doing a little bit of research on it. He structured it in a way that I believe he did it with options, and he got such a good payout because he with options you have to predict kind of when it's going to do it and the price target, and he got it spot on. So in other words, he predicted the time period, he predicted the price target of 100, and it netted him 100 million, which was a percentage of what Citigroup made of it. So he absolutely nailed that trade beautifully. And if you think about the very best trades, are the trades where people think it can't happen. So at that point in time, when oil was 30, the people thinking 100 was just ridiculous. So not only did he have a ridiculously priced trade, and he probably got those call options so cheap, but whatever time frame he predicted as well, he got paid out excessively. So I mean, his risk reward on that was ridiculous. I'd love to know the numbers on that one. What a beautiful trade that was. Okay, number 6, Lewis Bacon, oil stocks from the Kuwait invasion. He basically correctly predicted that Saddam Hussein was going to invade Kuwait. He was positioned long oil, short stocks, invaded Kuwait, and he also flipped his position after this had all happened and oil had rocketed. I don't know if you remember the pictures of kind of those oil wells being set alight, but that kind of stuff. He was positioned then he almost uncannily flipped his position. I'm not sure if he flipped it on oil, but he definitely flipped it on stocks to long, and made, when we had the recovery and everything worked out okay and we had a big boom after that, making a fund return on the year 86%. Not a bad return for a decent sized hedge fund. Number 7 here, David Tepper. He correctly predicted in 2009 that bank shares, which were seriously hammered, would not go bust. They would be bailed out, and so he put a lot of skin in the game for that one. Ultimately, obviously, they were bailed out. A lot of them, not all, a lot of them were bailed out. They came back quadrupled, tripled off the lows. He made himself a nice $7 billion for doing it. Not bad. All right, there is 7 of the greatest trades of all time. Let me know which one of these we want to go into more depth, and I'll do a little video and go into more depth and find out the intricacies of one of these. Comments in the comments section below, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. We'll do another video. Thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff, guys. Subscribe if you haven't yet already, somewhere along here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.